This experience covers all the tools, techniques, and concepts around composite materials repair. We will be looking at an aviation use case. You will use the controllers in your hands to interact with the environment and move around the scene. To move, use the joysticks near the top of the controllers by your thumbs. The joystick on the left will move you smoothly through the scene. The joystick on the right controller will rotate your view in the scene. You can use the joystick to teleport to distant points instantly. Press down on either joystick to start teleporting. You will see a destination marker showing your new position. Releasing the joystick will teleport you to this point. Give it a shot! The controllers are also your hands. Use the grip buttons with your middle fingers to grab objects. Use the triggers by your index fingers to interact with objects you have in your hand. The trigger also squeezes any object in your hand, gripping it with more force. Anywhere you see this cart and computer, you will have access to this manual. It will have specific information in it you need to complete your assigned tasks. Feel free to move it around and keep it handy, but don't let it get in your way. Each module will require you to use the right personal protection equipment. Your PPE will be provided. Pick up each piece and place it where it belongs on your person. Some objects have multiple interactive components. The tape measure is one of these tools that need both of your hands to use. It can be used to measure distances and the size of objects. Some interactive objects have buttons and text. You will use the calculator to do math for some parts of these exercises. Raw materials will be provided. You will be required to perform all of the tasks with the materials you have on hand. Selecting the correct materials will be a part of this training. Tasks such as mixing chemicals will be part of this training. You will operate with safety in consideration of this process. These chemicals can have violent reactions. Enter your username to start the process. You're now ready to begin. Select the type of experience you want, sandbox, guided, or assessment mode, and press the corresponding button on the counter to begin. Welcome to the resin mixing module. For this module, we will use the standard versus the metric system and weight versus volume. We will also provide a scenario with the needed area already determined. Confirm you have all your supplies. If you're missing something, take a moment and gather what's missing. Put on your safety goggles and gloves. Safety first. For this scenario, the fabric total area is being provided. For your repair, you will be required to take the measurements. Let's get started. Measure the area needing repairs to determine the size of fabric needed. Now that you have measured the fabric, use the calculator to compute the area of the workpiece. This is done by multiplying the width of the fabric by the height. For large repairs, resin amounts are measured in ounces per square foot of resin. Convert the area from square inches to square feet. Now, consult the resin mixing manual to find the weight of resin per square foot of fabric. Then, use the calculator to compute the total weight of resin needed for this repair. Now consult the composite repair manual to find the ratio of resin to hardener you will need. Then use the calculator to compute the weight of each, the resin and the hardener. Consult the composite repair manual for more information. Now that you know the amounts of resin and hardener you will need, the next step is to gather the needed materials. You will find a selection of resins and hardeners in the fire cabinet. Select a brand of resin and hardener and place them on the counter. Make sure to check the expiration dates on the chemicals. Now you have selected your resin and your hardener. Pull a cup off the stack and place it on the scale. Remove the cap from the resin container and pour out the resin into the cup on the scale. Keep an eye on the weight of the resin in the cup. When you've poured out the required weight of resin, place the cup of resin to the side. Now do the same thing for the hardener. Place a cup on. Take the hardener can, remove the cap, and pour the required weight of hardener into the fresh cup. When you've poured the required amount of hardener into the cup, place it to the side. Now you're ready to mix the hardener into the resin. Take the cup of hardener and pour its contents into the cup of resin. When the cup of hardener is empty, use a mixing stick to mix the combined liquids completely. Congratulations! You have successfully mixed the resin you need to complete the repair. Your score has been reported. You may exit the experience or try again by using the emergency shower.